A nice view from high up on the Fontainebleau Hilton here in Miami, and right now we're going to meet a gentleman who lives part-time in Miami. He is one of the biggest selling recording artists in history. His name, Robin Gibb. He and his brothers are, of course, the Bee Gees. Their Saturday Night Fever album broke every sales record on the books. This week, Robin's fourth solo album is making it to the store shelves. The first single is called Toys, and it has a very different kind of sound. Now, it has a very different kind of sound than I think we're used to hearing from you. You're moving in another direction.
Well, we've always written this kind of music with R&B undertones with the Bee Gees, so it's not really a great sort of departure. I think the vocal, with my lead vocal, that is, I mean, it's something that you haven't heard with the Bee Gees for a long time, but then again, the Bee Gees haven't really recorded an album for the last 3 or 4 years, and we did that on purpose. Yeah,
you are as much, people may not know, a writer as you are a performer.
That's right. 3 or 4 years ago, we decided to leave off doing the Bee Gees because of the fever impact and everything and the image. We decided to concentrate on people like Barbra Streisand, Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton with The Islands in the Stream.
Which you wrote.
That's right, yes. We wrote all of them and produced them. That is my brother. And we wrote all of them together. And the most recent work is the Diana Ross album, which is one which she sang last night on the Music Awards show.
All right, I'm going to talk about the Saturday Night Fever thing in just a minute, but a lot of people have been asking about the Bee Gees and whether the Bee Gees are going to get back together, whether the Bee Gees are going to have more music. How does that stand?
Well, at the moment, it stands as that the Bee Gees are most likely going to have an album out by the end of this year.
Hear, hear.
So that for the first time in that 3 or 4 years, a chosen layoff because of our writing and production, and it looks like we're going to get back together again and do the album.
When are you heading for the studio?
We were hoping to go in about April.
Yeah. What was it that made you decide, now is the time, let's get back together, let's start making some music?
Well, we've been doing our own separate things. We've been writing and producing for other people, and we decided creatively and mentally everything seemed to come together in the right place. We just wanted to get away from that old image, because we are more than just artists for the moment, which is what people produced, and we've been writing and producing records for quite a while, even though we started young.
Now this is an intriguing thing, because success is always a double-edged sword. I think people are astonished to hear, I was surprised to hear that with the success of Saturday Night Fever and how much people loved it, you guys are pulled back from it a little bit. You didn't want to be stuck there.
Well, that can be a big mistake. You see, we didn't want people to think that we were just throwing all our eggs into what was, although a terrific success and a great phenomenon, it was not something that we wanted to be labeled with. I mean, when a film comes out and it's a huge success, it lasts for about 3 months or how long that film is successful. Yeah. But we were going a long time before Fever, and we intended to go a long time after Fever. What guys that took in writing and production, we certainly didn't want to do it as a group at that time because it was too intense, that image.
Boy, you've gone through a lot of changes. We happen to have pulled out a little something from in the past to show you what kinds of changes we're talking about. Try Massachusetts, the Bee Gees.
Back to Massachusetts. Something's telling me I must go home.
I was impressed when your music came out. It has such a different sound, and it was so delicately produced compared to what was going on there. Did you think, boy, this is going to work, or did you just say, were you surprised?
No, well, we were very young when our first record came out. Yeah. It was probably like 15 or 16, so we weren't really sort of preparing ourselves for the marketplace, and that should be right and this should be wrong. However, I must add that the kind of music there is not reflective of what the Bee Gees would be doing now or will be doing. It's sort of moving a step forward.
What's it going to be like? Give us a taste.
Again, more of an R&B, progressive R&B undertones again. Definitely top 40 mainstream, but with R&B undertones.
It sounds terrific. Robin Gibb, I've enjoyed your music for a long time, and I'm glad to hear the Bee Gees are going to be back in the studio.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
And we'll be back in just one moment.
Now 16 minutes before the hour.